guys, what is up? It is the day after the show, so it's Sunday, August 21st. I just wanted to sit down and do a little post-show wrap-up, my thoughts and stuff like that, and also do something a little fun too. Doing a donut review for my favorite donut place here in Denver is Lamar's. I'll show you guys the goods. Ooh, baby. So, what we have is going to be 2 crullers, 1 chocolate glazed, 1 regular. This right here, if you can see it. There we go, it's better. That's red velvet with sour cream frosting, pumpkin spice with sour cream frosting, red velvet, and just an old-fashioned sour cream. One of my favorites, but yeah, I figured I'd do something a little fun. And then one of my friends from college gave me a bunch of questions that I'm gonna go over. So shout out to Dylan if he's watching this. Let me know if you're watching in the comments. But just go over my thoughts, wrap up, kind of go in a little bit in depth. I mean, my brain's still a little fucked up from prep, but try and make a little concise video and wrap everything up and kind of going forward and what my plans are gonna be. So. I'm gonna cut up these donuts and then we can jump into the questions. So, give me 1 second. All right, so jumping into the questions, I've got more questions than donuts here, so I'm just gonna go at whatever pace I want. But what's the post-show meal if already planned? So my post-show meal was 1, cookies. I had a couple crumble cookies at the show because they had like the people who organized it had bought like a bunch of boxes of it, and they had like the small bite-sized ones, and those are pretty good, won't lie. I had more crumble cookies later in the day, but then I came home and immediately drank water, had a little bit more coffee, slammed a Gatorade, and then I actually had some my cookie dealer cookies, which I'm going to do a review on probably in a couple more videos. I don't know, I'm going to do a little bit of food review videos, drink review videos, and mix them in with my workout videos as well, just kind of mishmashing the two. They were all really good, not gonna lie. And then after that, I went with my friend Peter to go get Bird Call, which is a fried chicken sandwich place here in Denver, and it is phenomenal. So I had what they call the triple threat. So it's like a spicy Nashville hot chicken sandwich fried, and then it was with fresh jalapenos, and I got avocado on it as well. And then I got a side of like spicy chicken strips, but it wasn't like a Nashville spicy, it was more like a chili spicy. Everything was like way spicier than I expected, and my fucking toilet was paying the price for it after, but you know, it is what it is. But it's also because like on prep I wasn't eating a whole lot of spices, so my tongue just was not used to that, and then my stomach was definitely not used to that. So I woke up this morning and I was like, holy fuck. You know, all the sugar, all the spice, all the fried food. I was like, god damn. But yeah, if you guys get a chance, Bird Call, definitely fucking worth it. I love that place. Probably best fried chicken that isn't like a fast food place here in Denver, unless somebody else can turn me on to another one. But I would give Bird Call like an 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of 10. Every single time I've been there, they smack it out of the park. So yeah, this post-show meal was Bird Call. It was fucking phenomenal. All right, so I'm going to get into one of these donuts. I actually cut them up because I don't want to eat all of them right now because I've had a lot of sweets recently, and I don't want to fuck myself up. So I am going to go for the pumpkin spice here, if I can get it to focus. Whatever. Pumpkin spice from Lamar's. Let's try it out. Smells really good. Yep, what you would expect from Lamar's cake donut quality. Not dry, really moist, really light, fluffy in terms of cake donuts, and really good. Less on the spice, more on the pumpkin on this one, which I actually kind of like because some people overboard with this pumpkin spice and it's too sweet, so that one was really fucking good. Out of 10, I'd give that 7.5, I think. But question 2, which was, what is the hardest part of prep? I think the hardest part for me was just the lack of sleep. So at a certain point on a 12-week prep, for me at least, it just got really hard. So I'd say like when I was probably 4 weeks out was when I really noticed a drop in quality of my sleep. It was just so hard for me to fall asleep, like so hard for me to fucking like stay asleep as well. I was waking up like 1 to 2 times a night to go to the bathroom because I was drinking so much water. But yeah, so like I'd be sitting in bed for 1 to 2 hours just trying to fall asleep, and it just take forever. And I was taking melatonin and shit too, and it still wasn't working. So I think that was the hardest part. Other things that were hard were just also feeling sluggish and weak the entire time. Like I just felt like I was like just about to get sick, or that feeling of getting over being sick. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't sick, but so your body's so depleted and so tired that you just feel like you're sick. You know what I mean? I'm just like so sluggish. My legs are heavy. Like I have to really pay attention when walking up the stairs, or else I'll trip, kind of shit. But I would say that'd be the hardest part. All right, question number 3. Let's see. What specific day or moment did you want to quit, but you didn't quit? Truth be told, there wasn't a moment where I wanted to quit. You know, there was moments where I was like, man, this is fucking hard. But I didn't want to quit because I was like, this is my first time. Like, why would I quit now? And it's also like 12 weeks isn't really a whole lot of time. Like, it seems like it when you're going through it, but at the same time, it's really not a lot of time. Like, time goes by really fucking fast. And this whole prep went by really fucking fast. And my show day went by really fucking fast. So, for me, I didn't run into a point where I felt like I wanted to quit. I just knew it was going to be tough, so I just kind of pushed through it the whole time and just tried to be as positive as possible and just be like, it's all going to be worth it kind of thing. But definitely a lot of learning that I got from that, and a lot of things I'm going to do differently on my next prep, and just a lot of things that I ran into, which I maybe go into at another point, I don't fucking know. A lot of things I ran into that I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this differently kind of thing. So again, you learn a lot in your first prep, and you learn a lot about yourself. So what point did I want to quit? I didn't want to quit, and that's why I'm fucking here, because I did it. All right, so second donut we're going to try is going to be the original French cruller. Let's see if I can get that on there. They do these really fucking well. I didn't really like these a lot when I was a kid, but I like them a whole lot now just because I love donuts. But I don't always like having like that thick, heavy like donut, like whatever. But let's try it out. God damn, that was good. That's an 8.5, not a 9 for me. Just, I love those. They do them so well. Light, fluffy, a little like crunchy on the outside, but not a whole lot. And then the inside's just so fluffy. But let's get into the next question, which is, what are you gonna miss about prep? And that's just being shredded. You know, obviously, like that's the best part about it. Everything else I don't really miss. You know what I mean? You feel lethargic. Your brain's not working as well. You don't get to do a whole lot. And you just kind of like feel like shit a lot of the time. So what am I gonna miss is just being shredded. But there's things I can implement in my off season that I can be more toned and more shredded, where it's like just doing more cardio, having less cheat meals, like eating less trash like this, but also just finding a good balance. But yeah, I'm gonna miss being shredded, but I'm gonna try and maintain like a certain level of leanness throughout the year. I'm not gonna have like deep cut abs. I mean, I also don't have great ab genetics, but you know, again, I can just do more cardio during the year, during the off season. So it's like if I'm still eating like say like 3,000 to 4,000 calories, but I'm doing a half an hour to an hour of cardio every day, like I'm still going to maintain a relative level of leanness, where it's like I'm not going to let myself completely like overspill or some shit like that. Next question here is, how do you plan to adjust to a post-show physique? So I'm going to do after yesterday and today, I'm going to do a proper reverse. So I'm going to titrate my calories up, add more things into my diet, and then get back to eating around 3,000 calories. Like I've already kind of got it planned out, and I'm working with my coach, and he's going to give me a meal plan for a proper reverse. And then we're probably going to go into a little bit of a bulking phase, maybe like 4 to 6 months, depending. I don't know. We'll see kind of what we want to do. Also, holidays are coming up, so there's going to be a lot of good food, and I don't really want to hold myself back from that. I'm going to be with family, so I don't want to be that guy who brings his meal prep to the fucking, you know, to the restaurants and to the fucking family dinners and shit like that. So it's just going to be staying on point 95% of the time, and then still enjoying life that other 5% of the time. So it's just do a proper reverse so you don't blow up and gain a bunch of fucking weight, and then just like give yourself like smatterings of like nice food every here and there. You know what I mean? So if like you're, you know, consistent every single day during the week and you're eating all your meals, and then on the weekends, like you have one meal where you go out and you eat like a fried chicken sandwich or something like that. It's not gonna kill you. It's just all about having balance and like knowing how to like come and regroup from that. You know what I mean? So it's like, say it's a Sunday, and you're gonna go to your boy's house and you're gonna watch football. Football season's coming up, but games don't start until like 1 or something like that. Wake up early on Sunday, get a good fucking workout in, get some good cardio in, eat a good breakfast after that, you know, shower, hang out, whatever, then head to your boy's house and fucking, you know, finish the day off and like have a couple burgers, some wings, have a few beers, but don't go overboard. So it's like, you know, all like Monday through Saturday, you're on point 100%. And then that Sunday, like you start the day off right and you hit some cardio, you hit a good lift, and you drink a lot of water. It's like, yeah, whatever, dude, you can have a couple of beers and like a burger and like, you know, pizzas or something like that, like not that big of a deal. But then you come back at it the next day and you're like, all right, now I'm eating all my meals, I'm eating clean, I'm hitting the cardio, and I'm hitting the gym. All right, next donut here is going to be the red velvet cake donut. I've had these before, they do a really good job. This is gonna be the one without the icing on it. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I already know I like these, but let's go. Man, I fucking love Lamar's. My favorite fucking donut spot in Denver, hands down. Yeah, what can I say, dude? That's an 8. I mean, I picked all donuts that I love anyway, so like I'm gonna give them good ratings, but just to give you guys a good rating. But next question here is, what do you wish you could improve most still, and what improvements are you most proud of? So I went back and watched some footage of the show because I had my friend Dylan go there and she filmed a little bit for me. Two things. One thing would be posing. I looked back at my my videos that I have, and I did not pose as well as I thought I did or wanted to. So for next prep, I'm definitely going to pose a lot more, a lot harder. I'm definitely going to be a little bit more creative. Like, this is my first show, so I didn't want to go like overboard with like crazy poses that I can't hold, or like just trying to look flashy and cool without like being able to hold them. You know, I want to hit the main poses and look good on those before I kind of branch out and do anything like extra. But that's one thing. And the second thing was my midsection, so like my abdominals. I think I'm going to work really hard this off season to really try and get deep cut abs, do more abs, do different types of ab workouts, and then just try and come in a lot drier so I have like deeper abs. Because I think that was one thing that definitely set me apart from the rest of the pack, and not in a good way, was that my abs didn't look as good. I had decent vacuums, which not a lot of the guys could do. I think like 1 or 2 other guys had decent vacuums, but I think that does help. But I do also just think having deep cut abs and having like nice like symmetrical abs sets you apart from a lot of other people, and it definitely probably would have gotten me a little bit higher in the placement. But it is what it is. But yeah, those would be my 2 improvements: is pose more and get the core tighter. All right, so next question here is, what was your favorite or go-to meal during prep? So I remember a really big like breakfast guy, and I really like eggs, and during the whole prep I was eating egg whites and 2 whole eggs, so I would say that one. So egg whites, so I had 200 grams of egg whites for the last few weeks of prep, and then 2 whole eggs, and I get some pink Himalayan sea salt, some hot sauce, and a little bit of mustard on there, and that was probably my go-to meal. I just loved it so much because, I don't know, I just like eggs a lot, and I like breakfast stuff a lot, so it'd probably be the eggs. All right, next question is, what did you eat that you're looking forward to not having to eat all the time? So something I had to eat a lot during prep that I'm not looking forward to. Honestly, nothing. Everything that I ate during prep wasn't anything I wouldn't eat again, and nothing I'm like sick of. I'm not really like that super like emotionally attached to food like some people are. Like, you know what I mean? Some people would eat these donuts and be like, oh my god, and I'm like, dude, that's lame. Like, stop that shit. Like, come on, dude. I'm just like, my emotional attachment to food isn't like that. Like, I enjoy food and I get that dopamine hit from like, you know, sugary foods and shit like that, and like I miss them, but I'm not like, oh fuck, like this was so good. Like, fuck that shit, man. I looked at it like it was a job. You know, you eat the fucking food, you get the workouts in, you try and fucking sleep, and you slam 2 gallons of water a day, and you shut the fuck up and do the work. So it's like, whatever. Like, I wasn't sitting there crying because I couldn't have a fucking donut or pizza. Like, stupid. Not that it's a stupid question, but like some people are just like stupid like that, you know? At least in my opinion. But, I mean, I'm going to be eating a lot of the same things in the off season anyway. Like, I'm just going to be adding a little bit more. So it's like, I'm going to be like changing a couple things. Like, instead of doing white rice, I'm going to be going to quinoa just because it digests in my system better. And it just like goes in and out of my system better. I'm going to be adding back avocados, which I fucking missed. Bananas, you know, other things like that. Sweet potatoes as well. That you just like a lot of other things that are like calorie dense that are good for you and have a lot of like vitamins and nutrients, but you can't really eat on prep because you'd be holding too much of it, you know what I mean? Like starchy sweet potatoes and avocados are really high in fat, but you don't really want a whole lot of fat because you want to try and peel off a lot of fucking like water weight and shit like that when you're when you're prepping. So nothing really. I mean, most of what I was eating was oats, protein powder, nut butter, you know, like peanut butter, almond butter, some honey, white rice, chicken, turkey, and I'm probably forgetting some other shit, but like nothing I hate to eat, so it's like not that big of a deal. It's not like I was like, oh, Brussels sprouts again, Mom? Like, that's not how it was, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still gonna eat like asparagus and shit like that. Like, I just had asparagus before this meal, so I don't want you guys just to think like, you know, had this show and now I'm just eating all trash. Like, I'm making sure I'm doing a proper reverse, but again, like for these next 2 days or for yesterday and today, I'm gonna like treat myself and just have some fucking sweets and do what I want, but I'm still gonna be responsible and still try and get in all the meals, but, you know, again, find that balance, that 95 to 5% balance. So, foods I'm not looking forward to, or that I'm glad I'm not going to be eating, it'd be none of them, dude. Every food has a purpose, so like whatever. Alright, so next, we got 3 left. Going to be going into the pumpkin spice with cream cheese frosting. What can I say, man? Like, look at that shit. I don't even know if it's focusing or not, but it's just the same thing, obviously, but with frosting on it. It's like a cream cheese frosting, so it's just going to be better. Damn. Lamar's does a phenomenal cream cheese frosting. Like, it's not like that overly sweet, like gross, like sickly sweet that some of them are. Like that, like mixture between like cream cheese frosting and buttercream, where it's just like, you know, tastes like fondant. But yeah, that's like a 9. You know, again, the pumpkin spice cake donut itself is phenomenal, and then just adding an extra oomph of the cream cheese frosting, and that's a 9, bro. Like, I don't know what would make that much better, except for like maybe you mix some cinnamon into like some cinnamon sugar, like on top of it, or like mix it in with the cream cheese frosting. That's the only way I could think it'd be better, but pretty fucking good. All right, next question is, how is your relationship with food and eating? I mean, I basically just like explained that in the last one, but I guess I'll go into it again. It's just that I look at it as kind of like a job. So it's part of the deal, you know? It's like, I look at my body as a machine and I try to keep it like a fine-tuned working machine. So it's like I'm putting quality food into it and I feel better. And that's one thing I really realized during prep, kind of like hammered into my brain, is like, fuck, like food is insanely important. Like, I didn't already know, but it's just even more important because now I'm like, man, I miss like feeling like 100%. I miss like feeling like strong in the gym, and I miss feeling like mentally sharp and shit. But my relationship with food is, I think it's good. You know what I mean? I weigh out my calories. I make sure I know what I'm eating. I drink a lot of water. You know, I'll eat some fucking candy here and there, and I'll drink like energy drinks and shit. But I'm not the kind of guy where I step off stage and I have fucking, you know, 10,000 calorie cheat meals or 20,000 calorie cheat meals that you see, like that shit makes me feel sick. Like yesterday I felt fucking sick because I ate so many sweets. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? This is stupid. And like I woke up this morning and I felt sick and I was like, God damn, like this sucks. Like I'm never doing this again. So it's like, yeah, I'll binge a little bit, but then I feel so bad that I'm like, I'm not doing this again. Like I'm just gonna scale it back next time. But yeah, so I think I have a healthy relationship with food, a healthy relationship with eating. But I mean, I'm saying that from someone who's not looking on the outside of it. You know what I mean? So if someone looking at my life would be like, maybe it's not that healthy, but I think it is. Again, like I don't starve myself. Like I fucking, I was just prepping, so obviously you're like starving yourself. But like I don't know. I look at it as like a job. I'm fueling the machine that is my body. And if I want to feel good and look good, like I have to put proper nutrients into the body. So it's like I try and eat at regular times. I try not to eat too late before I go to sleep. Like I fast a little bit during the day and just get it done. You know what I mean? Just try to be responsible with food. I'm not just like fucking. I'm also not the kind of guy where it's like, say I've got like a cheat meal planned or something like that. Like my coach would give me a cheat meal. I'm not gonna get like pizza with a side of fries and like brownies with it too. I'm just gonna be like, I'd rather just get like 2 chicken sandwiches or something like that. You know what I mean? Like something with like high protein and then just not go overboard, or like, I don't know, maybe like sushi with like a Diet Coke or something like that. Or I don't know, I might try and scale down on the diet soda now that I'm off prep, but I don't know, we'll see. I really liked it during prep, but I don't really like the diet sodas anymore. I kind of want to get rid of that and drink more water and shit like that. And I'll keep the energy drinks in, but yeah, just gotta scale back on the cheat foods and then just try and keep them like high protein and like relatively responsible. Like it's like I could go, like for example, go to Five Guys and get like the nastiest, greasiest burger with like all this fucking shit on it, or I could go to Five Guys, get 2 patties, get like a small fry, get no cheese, get like a couple veggies on it, and like, be relatively like good. Or like, I could go and do something like get like an acai bowl. Those are like high in sugar and like, they kind of make them like more like decadent a lot of the times, but you can do healthier options there. Like you can get like protein powder mixed in with some of them, like some good places. But there's just, you should be responsible. That's what it is. And then the last donut here is going to be the red velvet with cream cheese. What can I say, man? I love Lamar's. I don't really care about like red velvet that much, but Lamar's does such a good red velvet that I can't say no. Like if they did like a red velvet fritter with cream cheese frosting, that'd be fucking drugs. But yeah, that's like a 9.5 right there. Like can't make that much better. But this time I didn't get any fritters and I didn't get any filled donuts. Just wasn't feeling it. When I went in there, I was like looking at the filled donuts and I was like, kind of had all these before. I was like hoping they had something a little different, but they do. Their filled donuts are phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but I just didn't feel it, And the only fritters they had were apple fritters, and they're like the like really large ones that look like almost like big cookies, like discs, and they're like really flat and they're really good. But I just wasn't like, I don't know, wasn't into it. I just walked in there, I just saw those cake donuts, and I was like, this is what I'm fucking going for. I walked in, the first sign I saw was pumpkin spice, and I was like, I'm getting it. Then I just kind of went on the cake donut crush, and I didn't do the sour cream old fashioned because I already had one earlier this morning. But their sour cream old fashioned is probably my favorite that I've ever had in my life. That's also a 9.5. I don't know how it can get much better than that. Maybe it's like, yeah, again, I don't know how you get much better than that, because if you start like adding shit to it, like chocolate dip and all that stuff like that, like it just kind of gets to too much. But the old-fashioned sour cream at Lamar's is fucking out of control. Like you have to at least get one every time you go there. So definitely do that. But that's gonna be all the donuts. But yeah, going forward, I am going to be taking a little bit of an off season. Going to reevaluate. Going to talk to my coach. Also going to reevaluate my financial situation. So I have no idea what happened. Got an error on the camera saying internal temperature too high. So I don't know. Hopefully the majority of that clip is still good. But yeah, basically to sum it up, I just want to continue competing, continue with the same coach, and really try and push myself and get to the next level and just see how far I can go. You know, I'm not happy with how I placed, so I want to do better next time, obviously, and get more experience under my belt. But I don't know if I'm just going to keep continuing to make content because I enjoy it and continue with the podcast as well. But I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I think I have. I am going to be moving back east and staying with my family. It's just the smartest move for me right now. Some stuff came up financially, and I'm going to have to, you know, keep my finances tight and just get some shit paid off for. And, you know, I'm just really excited actually to go back there, live with my family. It's going to be the holidays as well, so I just can't wait. I'm going to soak up my roots of where I'm from and, you know, just spend as much time with my family as possible. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to sum it up, give my thoughts on competing. I'm going to be competing again, so I really thank everybody for watching to the end of this. I'm not sure what order I'm going to be putting this out in, but I'm currently working on a peak week iPhone vlog right now, and then I think that's going to go out first, and then maybe this video, and then depending on when it takes to get the actual footage from the stage, maybe that. I don't know, it might be out of order, but whatever, we'll figure it out. But thanks everyone for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone, if you're watching, who actually supported me. I got a lot of support on social media from some friends and family, so I love all of you. Thank you so much. Hopefully continue to do you proud, and hopefully I'll get your support in the future as well. But yeah, I'm just going to hang out for the rest of the day, watch some LCS, got to record my podcast later, upload that as well, and then you know, tomorrow's Monday and it's back to work, and it is back to the gym. I'm going to ease my way back into the gym, ease my way back into eating, and then yeah. So thanks a lot, guys. All my links are down in the description below. If you could give those a follow, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, I really appreciate it. And I'll catch everybody in the next one.